Welcome back to Bold Life and Leather. Live life boldly with no fear or regrets. Good to be back, y'all. Good to be back. I missed y'all. It's been what? Today's the 6th of October. It's been almost 2 months. So it's been a long time. I missed y'all. And good to be back. Today we're gonna talk about something that I made a video I think in December where I was saying that unfortunately our beloved Dior Homme Parfum is discontinued. You can see this one is reaching the bottom there. I got two backups, but for those of you who were not lucky enough to buy a backup, and I know there's a lot of you out there who were not lucky enough to get backups, I made a video talking about alternatives, okay? And the thing is, since I have a lot of Dior Homme Parfum, our beloved discontinued leather fragrance, this gem created by François Demachy, for some reason I never thought that I needed to try Dior Homme Intense, okay? Because Dior Homme Intense does not have a leather accord in it, okay? But I tried it, and honestly, the Tuscan iris in it is identical to the Tuscan iris in this one. In terms of scent profile, extremely close to this one, but we'll get down to that later because I'm gonna do a little comparison, okay? So you know exactly what you're getting with that one. So I went ahead and got the 150 milliliters of Dior Homme Intense. I got this directly from Dior. As always buy directly from the house unless it's discontinued or unavailable. We go to third-party retailers. This is a SE02 batch code. So this is a recent batch code. This is from May 2025. So it's less than 6 months. It's less than 6 months old. Dior Homme Intense, 150 milliliters. Big bottle. You can see how it compares to the 100 milliliter Dior Homme Parfum. You can see the size. So you get 50 more in this one. Okay. And this one is composed by our beloved François Demachy. However, pay attention to the following. If you go to my channel, you have the video section and you have the post section. On the post sections, I posted today in the morning, I think in the afternoon, I posted a screenshot, and I've been always taking screenshots of Dior official website because I knew this one is going to be discontinued. So I took a screenshot of the olfactory notes in this one where they list a Russian leather accord in this one, in the parfum. But if you go to the screenshot and the post that I posted on the Dior website, you will see that there's a little introduction by François Demachy. He says that this one is a dry composition with dry woods. Is very manly. He gives a few lines. You can just read it there. He talks a little bit about it. And this goes under the section perfumer's word. This whole section now was removed. And there's another section, usually it's called olfactory notes, is also removed on the official Dior website, which makes me believe that Francis Kurkdjian is gonna butcher this one again. Just like he did this one. He butchered this one and he created the 2025 version, and it looks like this one is gonna have the same sad fate, okay? Which is why you cannot see the olfactory notes or the introduction by François Demachy, where he gives you a little summary about it. That's first that caught my attention, and I've took that screenshot when I ordered this one, and that was about a month ago. It was only about a month ago, y'all. So it shows you that Dior corporate decisions are not all that. They're making big mistakes. The whole world is pissed off because they butchered this one. they removed the leather accord from this one. And how, like, why would you remove a leather accord from a leather fragrance? Because again, the introduction from François Demachy for this one was that there's an intense and a full character leather fragrance with depth and intensity. That was Dior Homme Parfum. And then Francis K came and totally butchered it and removed the leather accord. And also, we'll talk about that when we get down to the comparison, because this one lacks the leather accord, and actually it's a good example to show you what does a leather accord, what it does in a fragrance is so visible in these two, like you can definitely understand what a leather accord does in a fragrance when you try the Dior Homme Parfum and then you try the Dior Homme Intense. You will get it right away, and I'll talk about that because we're all about leather, babe. I'm even wearing the polo bear here, and if you look at the the glove is leather, and the baseball here is also leather. This is Ralph Lauren. We're all about leather, baby, okay? You know me. I even ordered a custom-made, let me show you. I got this one last week. This is custom-made leather. This is Ray-Ban the collection. This is real leather case, a real leather case. You can see the grain, from the inside how fuzzy it is. This is genuine leather. We are all about leather, baby. Even my umbrella got leather trim on it. I'll show you my umbrella too, y'all. This is this is the Storm umbrella, Sens they call. So you got a leather trim here. The nice thing about this one, it says, it has a nice motto. The other day I was walking. See, it's the original Storm umbrella. It's called says. It was raining here in Denmark, and here it says, this is the motto of them. It says, love your journey. I like that. Love your journey. It's a good motto. Focus on the journey, not the destination, y'all. Okay? Hell, man, even my, the keychain for the car key, this is also polo. You know me, I'm all about polo. This is also leather. Everything is leather, baby. See, even on the inside, there's a leather here. Leather trim. Okay? So we're all about leather. That's why we're pissed off, baby, that he removed the leather accord from a leather fragrance. We are pissed off, man. We're leatherheads. Okay? But I'll tell you exactly what does a leather accord adds to a fragrance when we compare them. Okay? Let me just put this away. So, for the Dior Homme Intense, okay? The Dior Homme Intense, this is Eau de Parfum. There's 3 notes here, 3 olfactory notes. And again, they have removed the olfactory notes section from the official Dior website, which makes me believe that they're gonna butcher it up. But it has Tuscan Iris, the same Tuscan Iris that we have in the Dior Homme Parfum. And then we have Ambrette butter from Ecuador. The butter, Ambrette butter, is the Ambrette seeds. Sometimes they call them muskmallow also. They get these seeds and they distill them. You get the butter with the fatty acids. They remove the fatty acid through distillations, and you get the essence. Sometimes they call it Ambrette Absolute. It has a musky-like, a pear, sweet-like, speaking of pear, sweet-like scent profile. Speaking of pear, by the way, on Fragrantica, the notes for this one are totally wrong. They list pear because maybe some people they smell the Ambrette butter. Ambrette butter has a bit of that pear, fruity pearness in it. So they list pear in the notes on Fragrantica, okay? And then they list vetiver and lavender in the top. It's all bullshit. Again, this shows you that Fragrantica always gets the notes wrong, okay? So don't trust Fragrantica. I give you the notes officially from Dior. So in the top we have Tuscan Iris. In the mid we have the Ambrette butter from Ecuador. And in the base we have the Virginia cedar, okay? There's 2 cedars, Virginia cedar or Atlas cedar from Morocco. You give it that masculineness. Cedar wood is always whenever you hear cedarwood, it's very masculine. That's why in the introduction, in the posts that I posted in the morning, François Demachy says there's something unbelievable manliness about it. It's very, that's thanks to the cedarwood. Okay, so these are the three notes. So basically, the bread butter with that musky like allure, let's say, kind of roughs, like it smoothes out the edges from the powdery iris in the top, and that ultra dry masculine Virginia cedar in the base. Okay, and as you can see, I've been already enjoying it. I think I've used more than 5 milliliters already, even though it's a big bottle. It's 150 milliliters, but I've been, you know me, I'm a generous sprayer, you know. I like to have a nice aura. It has, Dior always have the best atomizers, by the way. Okay. Right away, you get that Tuscan powdery iris. Immediately, it's the signature. Like here, you get it right away. I mean, is if that's why I say it's a good alternative to the discontinued Dior Homme Parfum, because the Tuscan iris that's in the Parfum version is exactly available, is still here. But I'll tell you exactly what's not there. And that's the leather accord, and we'll get to that later. But this is an Eau de Parfum. Honestly, I am not impressed with the performance. It is the projection is below average. Longevity is also not all that. That's why I used a lot. Seriously, like, look how much I used, man. And it's brand new, you know. So projection is below average. Longevity also below average. If you're lucky, you'll get 3 to 4 hours longevity. Okay. But the scent profile is out of this world. It's sophisticated, it's elegant, okay? It's definitely masculine and sexy, okay? Definitely. You know, this is like sophistication in a bottle, just like Dior Homme Parfum, okay? This is much smoother, like this is smoother, softer. Let's say, honestly, this feels like a watered down version of the Parfum. It's not as dense, it's not as dark. And again, just so you understand, what does a leather accord do in a fragrance? A leather accord gives you that depth, that density, that gravitas, if you may, okay, that seriousness, okay, that oomph, that not only that, it gives it that, is that multidimensional, it's like a multidimensional character. It gives it all that nuances also, you know. It's like, it honestly, just to summarize it for you, a leather accord gives a fragrance its soul. Okay, that's why you get that depth, you get that character, you get that density, you get that gravitas, the seriousness, you know, you get all that. Is so, like a leather accord, it transforms it to another level. Okay, to like, this is my neighbor, she's a very sweet lady. A leather accord, it, like, honestly, just to summarize it, it's the soul of a fragrance. Okay, that's how important it is. Okay, so this one, honestly, I got the 150 ml, but it's good for what it is. But I'm like, since I own Dior Homme Parfum, I'm very disappointed in this one. I'll be honest, I'm very disappointed in this one. This is like a soulless virgin, a virgin that likes life and like that vibrant life, and intensity and energy, you know. This is like a watered down version, you know. This one is like if you spray parfum 3 hours ago, okay, this is what this one smells like. If you no, like actually like 4 hours ago, because this is a fucking beast mode. Dior Homme Parfum, another reason why I love it is the performance. Oof. Like this sits on the top, up there with the Amouage Interlude 53, Memo Paris African Leather. This is a fucking beast mode, man, okay? And this one is like, if you spray it, like this one, the Dior Homme Intense, is like if you sprayed parfum 4 hours ago. You'll get that, like just some you know, some some faded memory of it, you know, in terms of scent, you know, like profile, I mean, you know. But like as a fragrance, if we have never known Dior Homme Parfum, this is good. This is very good. Like I'll put it down for you simply. If you have never tried Dior Homme Parfum, okay, and right now you're shit out of luck because it's discontinued and it's not coming back because they butchered it with the 2025 version, thanks to Francis K, that moron. Okay, so if you've never tried the DHP, this is a good fragrance for you. This is one of the best fragrances you can have. All right, but if you do own, or if you have tried DHP, you'll be mildly disappointed, to put it mildly. Okay, that's the best. That's my best interpretation of it. Okay, because honestly, owning the parfum, and I have like backup bottles, you know, I don't see myself needing this one at all, because this one doesn't last. Yeah, it does have that powdery iris, you know, but again, in my video that I talked about, the alternatives video for the DHP, I mentioned the Valentino Uomo Intense, Prada L'Homme Intense, what else? Mont Blanc Extreme Leather. There's a lot of good alternatives for it. But when you try the iris in this one, I would say, in terms of scent profile, this is the best alternative, because it has the exact same Tuscan iris that is used in Dior Homme Parfum. Okay, and again, this one is composed by François Demachy, so by the same master composer. So it's an excellent alternative for Dior Homme Parfum. Okay, and again, it's classy, it's elegant, it's beautiful. But when you compare it to Dior Homme Parfum, again, this one, this one. Let me just let me try this. Let me try this honey right there. Give me some of that juice. Oof, this one right away, different territory. Seriously, guys, like this one. Oh my God, this one is so intense. It is so dense. It's so fucking intense, you know. And I did like half a spray. I did half a spray only. It's like envelops you right away. It grabs you by the throat, you know. So intense. The leather here shines right away. The leather, the Sri Lankan sandalwood here, the Russian leather accord, the Sri Lankan sandalwood, and Tuscan iris. This one is a whole nother level, yo. It's a whole nother level. But unfortunately, it's discontinued, you know. You can even see like the difference in the juice color. Again, some people might argue that that's just colorants, but you can still see the difference. Look how dark the parfum is, you know. So the parfum, wow. It's darker, more intense, it's deeper, it's more complex. It is so complex, okay, compared to the DHI, okay. The leather gives it that gravitas, that seriousness, that depth, character. This is like a statement, like a statement piece. And this one will keep going on and on and on, and like it lasts fucking forever. Like on skin, honestly, this is my number one beast mode. I own a lot of beast modes, you know me. I own a lot of beast modes. For some reason, this one always outperforms everyone. Okay? Everyone. Amouage Interlude 53 breaches it sometimes. Memo Paris African Leather. By the way, I have a Memo Paris African Leather, the 200 milliliters. Today, I just bought another backup bottle of it. I love Memo Paris African Leather, even though the leather accord there is not as prominent, but it's very nice. It's very extremely versatile. And you can go back to my review of it. But today, I just ordered a backup bottle, just for the fuck of it, But this one, oh my God, the parfum. So again, if you've never owned the parfum, or if you never tried it, okay, the DHI is a good fragrance for you. You won't be disappointed at all. But seriously, like this one here, DHI. It's like it's already fading. I'm not even being sarcastic right now. It's like it's weak. It's so weak. And I did a half a spray of the parfum here. I know for a fact that the parfum will keep going on and on and on and on your skin. And if you spray this on clothes, ooh la la, you're in for a long ass party, man. Okay. So there it is. The DHI is not bad at all. It's good to have in your collection. But since it lacks a leather accord, like honestly, when you try this one, and then when you try the DHP, you will understand exactly why I love a leather accord. And you will understand exactly what does a leather accord do in a fragrance. All right? You will understand exactly what does a leather accord, what's the function of it in a fragrance, and why is it so important, and why we covet it so much, and why we love it, and why we're all about leather. Okay. So there you have it, DHI and DHP, baby. But as always, let's talk a bit about life. And give me a bit of AC here, because the parfum is gonna keep going on and on and on. But let's talk a bit about life, y'all. And today I want to touch on a very important topic, and that one is how to be resilient in life, or how to always live your life, let's say, with your head up, holding your head up high. And I'll tell you exactly what I mean by that. Sooner or later, like it or hate it, love it or hate it, there will always come obstacles towards you in life. Bumps on the road, let's say, okay? You'll always be subject to unpleasant surprises in this life. And that is a sad fact of life, okay? But you gotta change your attitude of how you look at things in life. Because if you change your attitude, you will be able to face these challenges in life with open arms. You'll embrace them. You'll learn from them, and actually you can use them as a stepping stone. Okay? And I'll give you an example from my real life, because nothing better than a real life example from me. Not like, I hate theory, so this is not theory, this is real. This is something that happened with me. I work for a company, and I live in Denmark. And recently I got the call that unfortunately we're downsizing and we're shutting down operations in your country. So I got laid off in about 2 weeks will be my last day of work, okay? Due to downsizing. They're leaving the market, decided to stop operations, boom. You get the call, adios. Now, for the average person, this might seem like a tragedy, okay? You lost your job. Oh my God, you lost your job. Oh my God, what am I gonna do? That's the naive way of looking at it. Or let's say for the untrained eye, that's how people look at it. But if you look at it as actually an opportunity, then the whole perspective changes, shifts. The way I'm looking at it personally, okay, I'm looking at it as an opportunity to step outside my comfort zone. I've been in this job for a long time, okay, and I see this as an opportunity to step outside my comfort zone and do something else. So honestly, I'm excited about this. I'm telling you this from the heart. When I got the news, I was like, all right, that's cool, ain't no biggie. I'm excited about this because it's a new chapter in my life, But if you look at it as, oh no, like with like a weak person, then you gotta sit there and I don't know, drink and wallow and all that weak stuff. We don't do that. We face life with your head high, with pride, with confidence, with resilience. So each challenge, now I give an example of a personal challenge. This is a challenge, right? So of course it's a challenge, but I'm facing it with excitement. I'm looking at it as turning the page, Metallica song, turning the page to a whole new chapter in my life. I gotta do something else. I gotta figure something out. I gotta reinvent myself now, okay? It's not gonna be easy, I'll tell you that right away. It's not gonna be easy, but it's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be something that is full of, it's like an adventure. Okay, that's how I'm looking at it. It's an adventure. Okay, so I might be one of the few people in the world who gets laid off and he's happy about that. Okay, so honestly, I see it as a new opportunity for me to reinvent myself and do something else. And this is exactly how you should look at things in your life. Any challenge that comes your way, look at it as an opportunity to learn from it, to use it as a stepping stone for the next stage. Because the only constant in life is change. That's the only constant in life. Life is all about change. Change, change, change. Like the Obama campaign. Change was the main word. Change, He won that campaign with one word, man. Change. All right? So it's all about change. So this will teach you resilience in life. You will rise above the events in life. You shouldn't be below the events. You rise above the events in your life. If you do that, you'll take back your destiny in your own hands. Okay? You will take back the control of your life in your own hands. Okay? So never be let down by anything that happens in your life. Nothing at all. Okay? Any challenge, any problem that you may face, with open hearts, with open arms and hearts, okay? Relish the situation. Relish every situation, okay? Because always remember, it could be worse. It could be 10 times worse. That's number one. Number two, when you remember all the like all the things that you have, gratefulness, being grateful is the key to happiness. Okay, I always say that. Being grateful is the key to happiness. So when you are grateful and you look on the things that you already have and you already achieved, you'll be happy, you'll be satisfied with yourself, and then this will be a stepping force to propel you to the next level. Okay, to the next chapter or adventure, because life is one big adventure. If you look at life is one big adventure. Okay, that's how you should look at life. This is an optimist's way of looking at life. I'm one of the biggest optimists out there in the world. Okay, like I drip optimism when I walk. That's how optimistic I am. And again, I want you to be confident in yourself and to love yourself. Don't try to be anybody but yourself. Honestly, like I see a lot of people, whether friends or acquaintances or whatever, a lot of people in this life, they spend their whole life trying to be somebody else. Why, man? Why? Just love who you are, your own experiences, your own moments, whether they were happy or sad. All these moments made you who you are today. So love that, embrace that, and move forward. If you try to be somebody else, I'll give you an example. If you try to be somebody else, okay, it's like wearing clothes that don't fit you. Imagine if I'm wearing this jumper. Okay, if I wear it like 2 sizes larger or 2 sizes smaller, it would look bad on me, right? So if you try to be somebody else in life, that's exactly how you look like. You look bad. Okay, you don't look put together, because you should be who you are and you should love that. You should be proud of yourself for coming this far and for overcoming all these challenges in your life, because we all have challenges in our lives. Okay, it's not a walk in the park out there. Life is hard, but still you overcome all these challenges. You came this far, so be proud of that and love yourself and who you are. Okay, when you do that, you are ready for whatever. And that's my message to you today. Ready for whatever. This should be your motto. You should like put it right here. Ready for whatever. Ready for whatever. That's the attitude in life. You should be ready for whatever life throws your way. Always be excited about that, and always do everything with joy and excitement. Doesn't matter if you're going grocery shopping or if you're going to walk, on the beach or walk in the park or whatever. Whatever you do, always enjoy it, because life is short. And I cannot emphasize that enough. Life is very short, and people tend to get busy with their daily life, that they forget to just enjoy that they're alive. You're above ground. You're alive. You're bursting with life. Life is bursting at the seams. So be happy that you're alive and enjoy every single moment of life. Because honestly, the little things end up being the most give you the biggest satisfaction in life. A walk in the park, a nice cup of coffee. You don't need like expensive stuff to be happy. Again, you don't need that. Just look at nature. Okay, that in itself is a miracle. How beautiful it is. The clouds, the stars, the sky, the birds. I was walking the other day, I saw a wild fox, and then I saw a wild deer. It's so beautiful. This is like gifts of nature. Nature in itself is like a gift for you to enjoy every day. Every day when you drink your morning coffee, be happy about that. Face every day with a full heart, okay? With a grateful heart, with a hopeful heart, and with a confident personality. Confidence, self-esteem. Because you came this far, and you will go farther further. So be proud of yourself. Be proud of who you are. Embrace who you are and never try to be anybody else. Because if you try to be anybody else, it's like wearing clothes that don't fit you. You'll only look ridiculous. Okay? Be ready for whatever. That's my main message to you. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.